And so although vulnerability can feel scary, it can feel like weakness, it can feel like emotional exposure, when we see it in other people, it looks like courage. And courage is contagious. On the count of 3, I want you to point to someone at your table. 1, 2, 3. Who got the most points? Put your hand up. Okay, so the people with your hand up, you are your team leaders for the day. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to introduce just a little bit of vulnerability here this morning, because in order to learn about vulnerability, we have to be vulnerable. It's during those moments that we actually learn, that we actually grow, and where other people begin to truly see us. So psychological safety is a shared belief held by members of a team that the team is safe for interpersonal risk-taking. And the way it happens is actually pretty simple. It's by people saying things like, I don't know the answer. I'm sorry. When we choose to step into our vulnerability and say these things, we open the door for other people to feel comfortable as well. I would like you to have just a quick discussion. What are some other things that you could do on your own teams that would increase trust and psychological safety of your team?
Leading with vulnerability. If you don't know, be the first to say, I don't know.
When you think of you as the best version of yourself as a courageous leader, what does that mean? I want you to continue to think about that best self vision that you created. If you were to make any changes, if you were to lean into this call to courage that you've set for yourself, how would that support that self? And how does empathy fit? So oftentimes when someone is struggling or they've shared something really hard, what do we want to do? We want to fix it. We want to make it better. But yet that's not what empathy is. In other words, empathy is not fixing, solving, advice giving, or being the one-upper. How do you have a conversation about fixing, advice giving, and solving and create empathy?
Start in that place of connection from the very beginning. Sometimes we think it's appropriate to give space.
The 3 of us are fixers, and we're not sure how to do that. What it boils down to is we're missing their point and where they're coming from.
Right. And it's so hard, isn't it, for those of us that are fixers to not jump into fixing when you really feel like, I got the answer. I know what you need to do. And creating empathy first, and then being able to use words that help them feel more empowered is a lot more effective. It can be more time consuming, but I think what it creates is what we're seeking today, is we're seeking connection with other people.